Well, welcome again to Spotlight and Happy New Year to you. Thank you for being part of our loyal Spotlight audience. We're thankful and happy for a new year. And they've asked me to think about lessons that maybe I have learned from 2022. So this is very arbitrary and just whatever has come to mind. If I thought more, it might be different. But these are what came quickly to mind. I have preached a couple times in my life on the word courage, but this year probably I had to sort of fight through that a little bit. And here's the sort of the story behind it. They asked me to come and do a crusade in an area called Mindanao in South Philippines. And I had not done the whole island before, but I had done missions in that island and last year. And I did two different crusades, and I thought, I better do something different. I don't want to be known as someone who just the same story, the same messages over and over and over again. They beam it all over the country. Everyone will know whatever Dan Smith says, we've heard that all before. So I thought, I better get another series ready. So I decided I would do 11 sermons on the book of Revelation and the character of God. So you have to write the sermons. You have to make PowerPoint, which can take 5, 6, 7 hours each one, 100 plus slides. And then you got to take notes. So take your sermon and every sentence, one sentence for each slide, so that the speakers, me and then whoever follows me, can look out at the audience and just glance down at your text and pick, and there's the sentence that you need to say. Just a massive job. And then I needed to do the notes for the other two crusades that I did last year. So all those sermons would be available on a website. So 30 some messages, one sentence at a time. And I shrunk back from that. That's a lot of work. And I had to think through courage. How can I gather the courage? And I just tell you a couple lessons I learned. First, you have to believe in what you're trying to do, that what I was going to do with this was going to matter. This was going to make a difference. I would put all those sermons on a website, and many pastors and lay people who don't have anything else, don't have time to put a whole crusade together, could go there, download mine, edit it, make it their own, whatever they want, but they would have a base. And if that's a sacrifice I had to make in order to help that to happen, and that helped me go open up the computer every day and do one more. A couple, 3 hours every time to do those notes. So having an idea of how this is important. Your wife says, would you fix this up, would you do that? And to just begin to see how this will make the house better, make our lives better, make her happy. And that gives you courage to step in and deal with something that's sticky, messy, difficult, don't want to deal with it. And often you get into the middle of it and it turns out it's simpler than you thought. So courage has to do with whether you believe it's really going to matter, makes a difference. The other matter for me is breaking it into really small pieces. If I had to sit there and think about 37 sermons, one sentence at a time, times how many, 100 hours maybe, whatever that was, you could just not get started. But when I think I'll just do, one a day, 11 days later, one series is done. Go to the next crusade. I'm there in the hotel. Do one sermon a day. Once in a while, 1.5, sometimes 2. And that's done. And then you go to the third one, was here close by in Moreno Valley. Every day, another one. And then 4 in Vietnam, and I had it. You have no idea how that felt when the 37 sermons were done. There is fine-tuning to do, yes. But that idea of breaking it into small pieces. There was a story about a man who had a ball of wire. He bought a house that had some acreage, and in the back of the property, out a ways, there was this huge ball of baling wire for fences that someone had left there. Massive. And he just didn't know what to do with that. Who are you going to hire to come and move that ball of wire? But then he got an idea. He would take some tin snips, put them in his pocket. He goes for a walk every day anyway. He would just go and snip off a couple feet from that ball, coil it, put it in his pocket, do his walk, and go home. And 8 months later, the ball of wire was gone, 1 2-foot length at a time. So somehow when we break it down, they got to raise this much money for a project. But if I break it down, that's 100 people, or $100 each, or whatever it is, well, okay, I can do that. And it gives me the courage. You get in your taxes or whatever you have to do that's just kind of disgusting and you don't want to do it. It matters, it's important, it's going to feel great when it's done. Break it into small pieces, I'll do this much. You don't have to get all in shape in one day, walk every day, and then you get there. May God give me and may God give you the courage to do what's been sitting there staring at you for years. Get it done. Get the garage clean. Get the room cleaned up. Get that thing done. Get that thing written up. Whatever it is that you've been waiting to do, get it done. And you'll be happy. God bless you. May God give us all courage. See you next time. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.